Currently, the latest poll shows that Gaza supports Hamas 51%. Joe Biden's support 41%. Joe Biden has less support in this country than Hamas has among Palestinians. And I'm not saying that as it's not, there's no real political point other than to say people in Gaza support Hamas more than we in the United States support Joe Biden. Think about what that means. This man goes on TV and tells us he's going to be funding all of these things and doing all these things. And the majority of the country doesn't like it. When these Hamas terrorists come into Israel, the majority of people there are in favor of what Hamas is doing. Now, I'm not trying to divert it. We'll go back to politics. The point is, this just shows how deeply unpopular Joe Biden is. I don't see.
No, he's deeply unpopular, and people don't trust him. They think he's too old.
Right.
I mean, even before the disaster of the last couple of weeks, even without Ukraine, people were not enthusiastic about him. He was just the other option, and they were too scared of Trump, I guess. But in this case, I think even people who are scared of Trump think he would handle the geopolitical situation better than Biden.
And I want to go back to this average here. The aggregate shows Messenger, October 4th through the 7th, with a 56% disapproval. But if you go to the latest CBS News, has Biden's disapproval at 60%.
Wow.
And his approval is only at 40%. Now, CNBC had him a week ago, or about 5 days ago, at 37% approval.
That's what I think I saw.
Hence war.
Wow, man.
Yeah. I thought it was like 30 something.
That's apocalyptic.
Yeah, when I hit 30, I was like, there's no way, dude. Man,
But think of
wild.
this for a second. I mean, I'm not happy he's doing a terrible job, and I think his disapproval shows the disastrous state of our country. But all these polls don't matter unless people vote and make a difference. The fact of the matter is Democrats are going to be getting ballots into boxes despite his strong disapproval. And that means that we have to have a all of the above approach to voting if we're going to compete and have any semblance of a chance of winning in 2024.
So what's your ideal scenario in that case?
I mean, what I'm building right now, I launched an organization, earlyvoteaction.com, in response in part to 2022. Guys, we should have had a red tsunami. It should have been a resounding defeat of the Democratic Party. And we only took a majority in the House of Representatives, and we elected John Fetterman to the United States
In
Senate,
Pennsylvania.
In Pennsylvania, of all places.
But the issue is because the Democrats and establishment Republicans changed the rules, and the GOP overwhelmingly did not adapt to those changes.
No, they didn't adapt.
And so while the sentiment was certainly there for the Republicans to win, they did not have the infrastructure to get those votes.
And are they just not good at assembling the infrastructure? Like, what's your take on why they failed to adapt?
I want to read this real quick. Sorry to interrupt because, with Biden giving his speech earlier, there's a tweet from RNC. Biden basically said we're going to war with Russia. And they're saying he was misspeaking. They're saying it was an accident with a teleprompter.
No.
But he says we will have something we do not seek. Make it clear we do not seek. We do not seek to have American troops fighting in Russia or fighting against Russia. He said we'll have that.
Yeah.
And so we can all just be like, he misspoke. Let me play the clip here. I'll just play the audio for you.
He was very clear.
And if Putin attacks a NATO ally, we will defend every inch of NATO which the treaty requires and calls for. We'll have something that we do not seek. Make it clear, we do not seek. We do not seek to have American troops fighting in Russia or fighting against Russia.
I want to stress the full context of that statement is we will be fighting in Russia if they attack NATO. So, it looks like the RNC is trying to make it seem like he misread the prompter by saying we will have that. No, he intended to say that
He
we're going to have
says,
that.
to make it clear, this is not... he went back and clarified what he meant just in case anyone would question it later.
Yeah, we don't want to go to war, but we will have that.
And the
So you
RNC
think-
is saying that he misspoke?
Yeah, the RNC says Biden v. teleprompter. Like
Yeah,
they're making it seem like he misread. It's like, no, he
I don't
intended to
think he
tell the
did.
American people that we will be at war with and in Russia
It's funny how-
if Russia attacks NATO.